Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Your Morning Cup. I'm your host, Dubby Dubois. Today's Thursday, May 6, 2021. Beautiful morning / afternoon as we record from the Dubois studio. Alright? Alright. Anyway, enough with the corny jokes. Alright, so, I've been here in a couple weeks, talk to you guys, or kick it with y'all, I should say. Before we get to the story, I had a little something to say. Look, what has it been now? 14 plus months? Since the pandemic dropped that hammer on our ass and our lives changed forever. And I mean that, and it's no downplaying. Our lives really changed. Mine did. Lost loved ones, lost 3 first cousins. A family bugging out. I got the Haitian family, the Haitian OGs, the Haitian baby boomers tripping over this virus. They, forget about it. We talking about people born in the 50s and 60s and 40s. So, they put pressure on me, and we'll get to that later. But even that, shit. Some people it hasn't affected. Some people it's just affected them up here. It might not affect them directly with family, just hearing about it and not being able to do anything and not being able to go anywhere and having their lives altered. It affects them. Maybe a little selfish in that aspect where nothing's happened to you, where you haven't taken any losses, but you're still upset. But listen, if you are not in the position, you can't really, it's really hard for people, a lot of people to understand. A lot of people don't understand until they are in that position. People don't see the light until it's them bleeding a few pints, right? So, but like I said, there's been a lot of things we've had divorces, domestic violence, we got friends turning enemies, we got loved ones passing away. We had mass death in families. Some families, like I said, took no losses. Then you got people like Carl Anthony Towns, like 40% of his OGs got wiped out. So, and I say that to say this, it looks like we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Everything is starting to open back up. My hometown, New York City, May 17th, they're going to open up the trains 100% capabilities, what they say they're going to do. Across the country, sports arenas everywhere except for probably the Trailblazers. They got fans. Damian Lillard was talking about that the other day. He was like, yo, what's up with these fans? How come we don't have fans? It's another story. Dame, we hope you get your fans because y'all need that. So, but look, we're coming out of this cocoon, and when you got the caterpillar, he goes in the cocoon, he comes out a butterfly. Most times it's a beautiful butterfly, but listen, I've seen some ugly butterflies before. And like I said, it's changed all of us. Some of it's changed for better. I feel like it's made me a better person. Like, I'm more focused than I've ever been in my life. I'm so focused, no distractions, no dark clouds, no toxicity, none of that shit. Like, I'm locked in, I'm in a good place. But, I guess me, just because I'm good doesn't mean everyone's good, so I'm not going to even try to present it that way. Some people have got into their investments, they made a lot of money. A lot of people have. Some people don't even know what the hell they're doing, made money. This is an ill term. So God bless them. Some people missed the boat on that. Listen, the bus is there's always going to be another bus that pulls into the station. You remember that. The sun always shines. So with all of that said, and like I was saying, I've said that to say this. I'm getting somewhere with this. I have a segue with this. The mentally ill. We already, in the last 30, 40 years of this glorious country, have shut down mental facility after mental facility and have neglected the mentally ill more than we've ever have in the last 100 years, in the last 50. We've taken more away from mentally progress. And now in this time with this mass hysteria, this COVID mass hysteria, because it's affected people. You hear about something, that's how they do them Russian sleep experiments. They put the headphones on their head and they just keep, and even when you're sleeping, they just keep saying, they keep filtering the message to you, giving you the message. You hit COVID, vaccine. COVID test. You can't go here, you can't, over and over. Not everybody's mind is built for that. You got people who's already mentally unstable before that. So, it leads to stories like this one. Like I said, my hometown. Let's get to it. 3 NY subway incidents in one day blamed on the mentally ill. There goes a little picture. Paramedics removed John Jeremiah. Man shouting incoherently about COVID-19 vaccines caused a 90-minute delay to financial district subway service yesterday. One of several train halting incidents authorities attributed to mentally ill people. It was yet another day when subway havoc was blamed on the people with psych problems. Despite months of complaints from strap hangers, MTA workers, and transit managers about unruly and violent behavior by the mentally ill, that also includes passengers being assaulted and shoved to the tracks, and the March 2020 arson that led to the death of a train operator. Look at this dude, man. Does he look like he's worried about anything, or he... The cop over here like, oh boy. All right, there's the man. Wednesday chaos began around 9 a.m. at the Broad Street station at the end of the J line when the crazed man broke into an empty operator cab at the front of a train, cops and MTA officials said. The 31-year-old man brandished a wooden paddle as he barricaded himself inside the cab, which is off limits to strap hangers. He remained holed up in the cab for around 90 minutes, stopping J service all the way back to the Chambers Street City Hall station until NYPD's Tactical Emergency Service units took him into custody, officials said. It took police so long to pull the suspects from the train's cab because the MTA had to cut electrical power from the tracks to make it safe for officers to walk on the roadbed and enter the train through its front doors. The lack of power meant J trains were unavailable run to Broad Street and Fulton Street stations throughout the fiasco, according to officials. MTA officials were not sure how the man gained access to the operator's cab, but pointed out that the crews exit their cabs and inspect the entire length of train when they reach the end of their stations. As the suspect was taken away from the station on a stretcher, he continued to shout incoherently about vaccines. He was taken to Bellevue Hospital for a psych evaluation. The suspect lives in a downtown homeless hotel on Water Street, a short walk from the Broad Street station, police sources said. He has no prior arrests. There's my man right there. He looked like one of my ex's man. My ex's new man. The Broad Street incident was just the start of a hellish day for unlucky subway riders. At 10:24 a.m., just as the suspect was arrested at Broad Street, another man who appeared to be mentally ill violently banged on the train operator's cab door at Brooklyn Crown Heights Utica station at the end of the number 4 line. Unable to get into the cab, the man made his way to the space between subway cars, leaped onto the platform, and fled the station, cops said. At least the incident didn't delay service. But a third incident in the early afternoon fouled up service on the D&N lines in Brooklyn. That incident, apparently mentally ill man halted the southbound D train near Atlantic Avenue Barclays around 12:40 in the afternoon by pulling the emergency brakes. He then smashed the windows at the end of a train car, squeezed through one of them, and fled through the subway tunnel, cops said. The incident forced express D trains to be held till around local 120. 3 incidents less than 4 hours of armed people threatening harm to NYC employees. A stark reminder of why the city needs essential mental health services. The police officers ASAP, said Metropolitan Transit Authority spokesman Mary Daniels. Transit worker Tony Atano, president, has for months raised alarms about the rising number of mentally unstable New Yorkers commit on the transit system. Okay. This is not the first story we've heard. You know, of course, my hometown I'm very familiar with, so pick a story. But I can go and find stories about nut jobs, obviously in Florida. We don't know about Florida. I'll probably find a Florida story later. We got that Florida story, I keep asking myself, is it the media reporting more, and this is just regular, and the media, because, I've seen crazy people all the time in NYC, and maybe you could have 3 incidents. People pull the emergency brake all the time. Like I said, maybe it's over-reporting, maybe it's just hyping, but maybe I gotta ask the people. When I was there, I seen a lot of mentally ill people during the pandemic, but when I was there, it wasn't as many people taking the trains, Back in November and August and July, I would take the train and shit, but it was different. It was like a ghost train. Like OK Corrals and shit, and that big locomotive just going through the town, the tumbleweed town. That's how that subway I felt. But, you guys tell me, man, I want you to let me know, the New York heads, is it the mentally ill really bugging out more, or is it just, over-reporting, or just, mass hysteria reporting? But bottom line, like I was saying, with the COVID pandemic coming to a close, you got everybody out on the street now. There's so much more attention to be gained by these mentally ill people, because this is what these people want, is attention. That's why you pull the emergency brake. You're going to get the attentions of thousands when you do that, because you're holding up. You're affecting so many people, not only the people on the train. So that's why they go run and they're going to say it's a mental problem. But regardless, these crazy people are hearing about COVID vaccines and this and that, and you know, us sane people are arguing about vaccines, and that's my thing. Like, whether you're pro-vaccine or not, this is my thing right here. Like, I got the vaccine the other day, man. I got it 2 days ago. You heard? I got it Tuesday. I got the first Moderna. You know, and for me, I feel like physically, genetically, I'm good. Like, I just how I believe. I could be wrong, but you know, I haven't broken a bone in my life. So, you know, I've always had a strong anatomy. You know, been able to push my body to the limit. But that's not everybody. And like I said, maybe I still could drop dead tomorrow from the Moderna or next week or whatever. If I die in 5 years, they're going to say the vaccine killed me. But with that said, it's like the pro-vaccine people versus the anti-vaccine people. They both get on my damn nerves. They get on my fucking nerves. Because, like me, I got the vaccine and y'all don't even give a shit, and I don't either. But as far as this topic relates to, is the last time I'm going to speak on it. You know, like I said, I got old heads in my family. It was good for me. It was good for my individual situation. But it don't have to be good for you. And if you don't want to take it, I'm not going to be in your face. You want the vaccine? What's wrong with these people? People don't want to take the vaccine. And people who take the vaccine are mad at them. Listen, if I take the vaccine, that means I believe that it will protect me against the COVID-19 virus. It will protect those around me and it'll protect me from giving the COVID vaccine virus to anyone. So I'm out, right? I'm out. I've done my part. If I feel the vaccine will help me and it will help you, like if I take the vaccine, I think it's going to do some good. I shouldn't get the virus, right? Most likely I won't get the virus, or I'll get some weak form of it and it'll go away. My body will shut it down. And I'm protected. My family's whoever's, so I can't kill my family members, any of that shit. Right, cool. So why the hell do I care if you didn't take it and you sit near me on the plane? Sit near me, motherfucker. I don't care. That's you. And for the vice versa. If you don't want to take the virus, you don't trust the the vaccine, you know, cool. Why should you? You don't have to, because look, the American government has given, you know, black people and poor people bullshit disguised as good shit before. So you don't have to trust the motherfucker once he deceives you once. Why should you trust him again? So with that said, I understand that. But on the flip side of things, we can do our own thing. Like I said, I feel like me, I can handle that. But with that said, if you aren't taking the virus, who the hell are you to tell me, oh, you took the virus, son? Oh, man, shut the hell up, man. I mean, you took the vaccine? Shut up, bro. A lot of people feel like they need to worry about other people's business. That's the problem. These are crazy people running around screaming about vaccines. These people are nuts and they're up in other people's business, asking people if they took the vaccine or not. So we got sane people worried about, if I take the vaccine, you better take it. Or, I'm not taking it, you're going to take it. Either way, it's stupid. You make your decision, protect yourself. You don't want to take it, don't take it. I got friends who ain't take the vaccine. I'm like, yo, you need to take the vaccine, son. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Or I'm not going to tell you to take it. Don't tell me why the hell I took it, man. I see these whole Twitter threads. They have whole groups on Facebook dedicated to not taking the vaccine and shaming and attacking anyone who took it, and vice versa. They got these people, we're still not gonna travel after we took the vaccine because everyone's not taking it. We don't trust it. Bitch, get on a plane and go travel. You took the vaccine. Why are you worried about Bob Shum sitting next to you? He needs to be, he's good with it. He cool. So if he gets sick and he needs to take the vaccine, dies, hey, he had a choice. He made it. He might be right. He might be wrong. That's on him. It's not on me. I took it. I'm done. We're going to find out. But, I mean, either way, man, it's like this is such politics now. It's ridiculous, yo. It's ridiculous. And the media, they eat it up because they know. They post these Twitter and Facebook and whatever articles. They know these hardcore headlines. People take the headline, run with it, and that's where the mass hysteria continues to be fed and nourished, and it continues. Yo, we've been in this thing for 14 months. All the information we've got has come from outside sources. But we can go put together common sense and try to get a grasp of things and try to get ahead of our mentals, a hold of our mentals. Some of us are in great spirits. You can see people, they're hustling, they're bustling, they're coming out of the cocoon. A lot of people working now, a lot of people eating better, a lot of people pushing reset buttons. You know, you still got people who are mad. You still got people who are sad. You still got people who are depressed. You still got people who are angry at people. Yo, we're humans. We're going to do what we do. We're going to live our lives. Let people live their life, man. Let people live their life, man. We're in people business too much. Let people live their life, man. People have choices to make. Let them make their choices. Some of them ain't going to be good choices. So, you know, I have choices to make. I have a choice to pray twice a day. I do it. And I pray and I praise them like, yo, thank you. You know, same thing, like with religion or no religion. Yo, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in all of that. Y'all don't hear me talking to people. A lot of people don't even know that. How spiritual I am, how much of a praying man I am. A lot of people wouldn't know that because I'm not going to shove anything down your throat. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take care of it for me. People who know. I've said it, whoever I have to say it to, I have to say it to. And on the flip side of things, just because I believe in God doesn't mean I need to attack you for not believing. And on the flip side, the people who make fun of people believe in God, oh, you believe in the imaginary guy in the sky? Yeah, I believe in him, bro. What's the problem with you? Because it stops me from punching you in your face. Believing in imaginary guy. So wouldn't you want me to believe in him to be humble and be righteous? So anyway, man, yo, I'm glad to be back. Glad to see you guys on the cup. What else we got here? I think that's the only story I had. I wanted to segue into the virus talk and the mass hysteria. We're coming out the COVID cocoon, I like to call it. Like I said, we're gonna see some beautiful butterflies and we're gonna see some fucking ugly moths, dusty moths. So just be careful, man. You know, remember this, man. Whoever's always telling you somebody else's business, they're telling somebody else your business. So remember that. Watch for that type of motherfucker. That's my tip of the day. Yo, I appreciate you guys. I'm not gonna tell you to like it anymore because if you don't like it, why the hell should I tell you to like it? Like it if you want. Subscribe. You know, I don't expect you to share, but whatever, all that other shit. But if you do subscribe, press the notification bell so when these videos drop, you get them. I'm gonna try to come more often. I'm gonna drop a couple. You know how I come here. I'm coming 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I vanish here. I'm a funny dude. What can I say? I'm a Coney Island dude, son. You know, Sherlin rocking, Vincent's popping. Anyway, yo, man, I'm gonna see you guys. All right. See you next time on the cup. My man is quiet on this one, all right? There you go. Peace.